You believe your decisions are logical and well thought out. You tell yourself that you choose carefully, that you weigh pros and cons, that you think independently. But later, many decisions feel wrong. Not clearly wrong, just slightly off. You wonder why outcomes don't match your intention. Why choices felt right in the moment but strange afterward. This creates doubt, not just about the decision, but about your judgment. You start asking yourself if something is influencing you. And the answer is yes, but not in the way you think. Most decisions are not biased because you are careless. They are biased because your mind is constantly influenced by emotions, past experiences, fear, social signals, timing, mental fatigue, and patterns you do not consciously notice. Your brain does not decide in isolation. It decides in context. A context shaped by memory, pressure, expectations, and habit. This is why the same decision feels different on different days. Why your confidence changes with mood. Why urgency pushes you toward shortcuts. Your mind fills gaps quickly. It prefers speed over accuracy, because speed once meant survival. So it uses mental shortcuts, assumptions, patterns, biases. These biases are not flaws. They are efficiency tools. But in modern life, they often misfire. For example, recent experiences feel more important than older ones. Loud opinions feel more true than quiet facts. Familiar choices feel safer than better ones. Emotions color logic without asking permission. When tired, you choose comfort. When anxious, you choose certainty. When rushed, you choose default options. And you rarely notice this happening, because the mind explains decisions after they are made, not before. This creates the illusion of rational choice. But much of the decision was already influenced by mood, by environment, by mental load. This is why regret appears later, when emotion changes, when context shifts, when the influence fades. You think you chose freely, but unseen forces were guiding you. This does not mean you lack control. It means control is distributed across conscious thought and unconscious pattern. This is where confusion grows, because you feel responsible for outcomes, but not fully aware of inputs. You blame yourself for decisions without seeing what shaped them. This creates self-doubt, hesitation, overthinking. You start second-guessing choices, not because you are incapable, but because your mind senses inconsistency. This is where AI becomes powerful. AI does not decide emotionally. AI does not carry fear or urgency. AI observes patterns neutrally. It looks at behavior across time, not moments. AI can see when decisions change with mood, when outcomes correlate with fatigue, when choices repeat under pressure. AI reveals influence without judgment. It shows that bias is situational, not personal. For example, AI can highlight that poor decisions happen late in the day, or after long mental effort, or during emotional stress. AI shows patterns you cannot feel in the moment, because humans experience decisions linearly. AI sees them in clusters, trends, loops. This perspective removes shame, because bias becomes visible, not mysterious. Once you see the influence, you regain agency. not by eliminating bias, but by accounting for it. You learn when not to decide, when to pause, when to delay, when to simplify. AI helps reduce decision fatigue by structuring choices, limiting options, removing noise. This makes decisions calmer, more consistent, less emotionally reactive. AI does not replace your judgment. It protects it by creating distance between impulse and choice. Over time, your decisions feel steadier, not perfect, but aligned. You stop blaming yourself for past choices because you understand what influenced them. You stop overthinking future ones because clarity increases. Confidence returns not from certainty, but from awareness. You realize bias was never a weakness. It was information you were missing. And once unseen influences are seen, they lose control. This is how decision-making improves, not by forcing logic, but by revealing context and working with the mind instead of against it. This is how AI changes decisions, not by choosing for you, but by showing what you could not see. And once you see clearly, your choices finally feel like your own.